just in Edmonton doing out of the basement tournament. It is an 1,800 point tournament. Our first scenario is meeting engagement set up, but with Blood and Glory special rules. So it is breaking point. I rolled off to set up first, but I also get the first turn. Chris, you want to just quickly go over your army?
Sure. Over here, I have 2 goblin heroes on wolves. I have 36 night goblins with bows. I have 70 night goblins with hand, weapon, and shield where my characters sit. I have 6 trolls, just regular. And I have 36 common goblins. At the back, I have 2 doom divers and 2 rock llamas.
Alright. And on my side, I have my Vargolf, 38 ghouls, Spirit Host, 21 zombies with my Necromancer, 33 Graveguard with my White King BSB, and my Terrorgeist. And I get first turn, so see you after Vampires turn 1. So we just finished Vampire Counts turn 1. I just moved up everything. Vargolf moved over to this side, and my magic was very ineffective. So we are off to Orcs and Goblins turn 1. So we just finished Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Those 2 units fought each other, so they didn't get to move up and didn't get to cast spells. His other guys just moved up a little bit. His heroes came up over the side, so my Vargolf can't see them anymore. His shooting phase was fantastic. He killed 7 zombies, misfired with his other stone thrower, doing 1 wound to him and can't shoot next turn. And doing 1 wound with both of his Doom Divers, but I got my 6-up regen for it. And we are off to Vampire Counts turn 2. So we just finished Vampire Counts turn 2. I moved up with my army, got a 4 dice in my magic phase, raised a new unit of zombies right over here to protect my Terrorgeist, just in case he fluffed. Then did a 2 dice 6-inch bubble heal, which I total powered, which I rolled a 4, but good thing I used my Earthing Rod to roll a 5, so it's a small detonation, killing the zombies that I raised and wounding my Lord. So it was all in all a good magic phase. In the shooting phase, my Terrorgeist screamed off his hero, and we are off to Orcs and Goblins turn 2. So we just finished Orcs and Goblins turn 2. This little hero dude walked over this way. He just kind of moved back with the rest of his army. In his magic phase, he got off the Curse of Anahir on my ghouls. He did a magic missile killing my Spirit Hosts because I used all my dice to make sure that he didn't minus D6 movement and weapon skill in my Graveguard. In the shooting phase, Rock Lava misfired and just can't shoot this turn, and the Doom Divers did 3 wounds to my Terrorgeist. And that is the end of Orcs and Goblins, off to Vampire Counts turn 3. Alright, so we just finished Vampire Counts turn 3. My Vargolf, I had no charges, my Vargolf moved up there, kicking out all the fanatics, taking 1 wound. And my Terrorgeist moved over to his little hero dude, and in range of my general for some healing. These guys just all moved forward. I didn't march with those guys. Zombies moved forward. In the magic phase, I rolled, I got nothing out. I got his scroll out by trying to do Van Hell's Dance on my Graveguard, and then he used the rest of his dice to dispel everything else. In the shooting phase, I took off his other hero, and we are off to Orcs and Goblins turn 3. We just finished Orcs and Goblins turn 3. He just kind of stayed still with his army, except for his general's unit that moved up a little bit. Fanatics just bounced around doing nothing. In the magic phase, he cursed my Graveguard again, and then he went to go do Itchy Nuisance on my Graveguard, rolling a 1 on his mushroom dice, and then I had 6 dice to dispel whatever the hell he had left. He tried to Wisdom's Wild Form his general's unit, and I dispelled it. And in his shooting phase, he took out the Terrorgeist with his 1 Rock Lava. 2nd Rock Lava killed 6 ghouls. And the Doom Divers, 1 blew up, and the other one did 2 wounds to my Vargolf, so he's only got 1 wound left. So he's not charging those goblins no more. And we are off to Vampire Counts turn 4. So we just finished Vampire Counts turn 4. Vargolf tried to, oh no, my Graveguard tried to make a 10-inch charge, and I rolled a 7, so unfortunately they didn't make it. Ghouls just moved up a little bit. Vargolf tried to march around the side, and he failed to march with his Grand Leadership 5, which I forgot about. That's why I kind of forgot about marching. I just kind of moved everything else up. In my magic phase, I had 6 dice to Dagox's 4. I tried to cast raise a new unit of zombies. Dancox dispelled it, so I used my other 3 dice to do 12-inch bubble dance. Went off irresistibly, so I healed up my general with the lower tribute, moved everybody up, and then got magical feedback, which took the wound back off my general after he had saved himself. So we are off to Orcs and Goblins turn 4. So we just finished Orcs and Goblins turn 4. His charges were his trolls into my ghouls, these goblins into my zombies, and he was too much of a pansy to charge my graveyard. In the movement phase, what the hell are they? Fanatics came back through my my Vargolf and smashed him up real good. And in the magic phase, he got Curse of Anahir off on my ghouls again. And that was it for the magic, right? Yeah. Shooting phase, he killed 6 more zombies with the rock lava, and then a couple more with the Doom Diver. And in combat, this one came out to a draw. I did 6 wounds with my poison attacks, and he only saved 1. Oh no, I did 7 wounds, and he regened 1, so that's fantastic. So that came out to a draw, and he had to only do a reform on here because I crumbled. And we were off to Vampire Counts turn 5. So we just finished Vampire Counts turn 5. My Graveguard charged in on his goblins. My Necromancers moved up. In the magic phase, he dispelled my 12-inch Van Hell's Dance, but then I got my 12-inch Bubble Heal, getting back some Graveguard, some ghouls and some zombies. In this combat over here against the trolls, I was still only hitting on 5 with no rerolls. Did 10 wounds, and then he only saved like a couple regens. So I dropped 2 trolls and put another wound on a troll, and I won combat there, but he stuck. And in there, I ended up winning by like 16 or something like that. And he rolled Snake Eyes on the first roll, that son of a bitch. So we are off to Orcs and Goblins turn 5, and it is starting to look like a draw. So we just finished Orcs and Goblins turn 5, and this turn, those guys did their overrun into my ghouls. Everything I tried to shoot failed to do anything to my zombies. Everything just missed. One of the stone throwers landed on his troll, killing 1. And in magic, he got sneaky stabbing off on those guys. I dispelled the curse on my ghouls, and the woods killed like 2 guys and ran off. In the combat phase, I lost a shit ton there. I actually wish that I would have crumbled there. And so I'd be gone, so my Graveguard could come in, and then they ran over there, so he lost one of his breaking points. And we were off to Vampire Counts turn 6. So we just finished Vampire Counts turn 6. My Graveguard was supposed to, they charged at his goblins and they ran off the table. Redirected into them. I needed a 4 to get to them, and I rolled Snake Eyes. So then we went to the magic phase, and I had 10 dice, so I was actually going to have a magic phase. And I went for my first spell that I just needed to roll over a 2, and I rolled Snake Eyes, so that ended the magic phase. And so I got to not move, and I got to not cast anything, and in combat my ghouls died before I got to do anything. He reformed. It is now Orcs and Goblins turn 6. So it was turn 6, and turn 6 absolutely nothing happened, because if Dancox sent his goblins into, oh, by the way, they fail in animosity and they have to charge to the closest target. And if he gets in there and kills all those Graveguard and such, I still have 3 points in that stick right there. But my guys have Killing Blow, and if I put him onto his General and his BSB in there, he only has a breaking point of 2, with his Fortitude of 2, and he would lose. So we decided not to do that, but for fun we're going to still roll it up because we want to have some nice combats, because it's turn 6 and nothing has happened.